Honestly, I feel so sick all the time. Currently, I feel so fucking sick to my stomach. It's like I was born depressed. I remember not liking school when I was younger, and I would look for every excuse to not go to school, especially when I had mean teachers. I had a bully in primary school, and I hated my school, I hated my teacher, I hated my seatmates who happens to be my bully. Like it was a boy, and he was always trying to tell me what to do. It was always telling me, don't eat like this, don't write like this, don't do that. And I had a very wicked teacher there was a day she hit the board ruler on my arm, and I could not lift my arm. I can't even make all this up. I just feel like ever since I was young, I've just been attacked by every single person I come across, and it doesn't make life fun. As I always say, I don't know who I was in my former life, but in this particular life, it just feels like war. It just feels like, I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but I don't know if other people have these kinds of experiences. I just feel so sick to my stomach every time. Like sometimes I don't want to participate in the society. I don't want to do what normal people do, you know. I isolated myself. I always isolate myself. That's my coping mechanism. That's my go-to whatever. And I've just gone through so much that makes me the kind of person that I am today, and I don't even know where to start from. I'm trying to have a good life. I'm trying to live a good life. The country is not helping. The people around are not helping. And I just don't know what to do with my life anymore. I just keep saying that I don't know what's happening to me. I watched a lot of videos about, improving yourself, coming out of survival mode, and I just keep trying, but it feels like nothing is working. This moment I'm motivated. Oh yes, I want to conquer the world. I want to conquer the world, and the next moment I'm just back down and I don't feel like doing anything. But also, not doing anything drives me crazy. I need to be able to make money. I need to be able to have fun. I need to be able to do something, but I'm not able to do what exactly I want to do. I'm not able to do the exact things that I want to do, and coupled with the fact that I came from a very highly abusive home. When we were growing up, my parents would also isolate me. These are the foundations of my problems. They said I was a special child. Sometimes they called me a witch, and they gave me these marks on my face because apparently they don't want my witch fellow wizard to bring me back to their coven, and they will take me to churches to stay with these strangers for days. I used to feel so isolated. I used to feel so lonely. I used to feel so sad. I missed my siblings. I missed my parents. I missed my friends. Honestly, I don't want to keep saying I hate my life. I hate my life. Most times, I want to go by all these online sayings, this motivational speaker saying, or whatever you say is going to. When you say good things, it doesn't feel like that way sometimes. It's like you just keep affirming it. It's just like the way these Christians pray to an imaginary God, and nothing happens because the God does not exist. It feels that way because the next moment you're saying something negative and it's happening. There's power in the tongue, there's power in the tongue. There's only power in the tongue when you use it negatively. Whenever you try to use it positively, nothing really happens. You pray for something for years and nothing happens. You try to manifest. Even while you're working, it's not always like you're being lazy or something. Even while you're working towards it, nothing good really happens, and it's so draining. It's so exhausting when you hope for too long and then nothing happens. I built this coping mechanism for myself that I always expect the worst in friendships, in relationships, in situations, in everything. I always expect the worst. And even at that, so people say it's not a good thing, it's because you already jinxed it. Life is just so hard. Nothing comes easy, but most everything be so hard. When you look around, you see people, they don't even have to do too much, and life is not that difficult for them, and you try to compare your life, and comparison is the Oh shit, so what do you want me to do? What exactly do you want me to do? Even when you try to stand out, you try to build something, people hate you, people envy you, I can't figure it out. Growing up, this thing stuck with me, and I used to have bullies. It's not even only that boy that was my classmate, that was my seatmate. And growing up, they'll say, oh, it's because he likes you, it's because he likes you, it's because he likes you, and this thing has just affected me and the way I think, the way I see life. I'm struggling right now because nobody taught me independence. My mom was an housewife. Even when she wanted to work, when she wanted to do things, my dad didn't let her. And he's very, very abusive, a very, very wicked man. That's the first man that broke my heart, and I hate him so much. Even hate, I'm literally trying to unlearn hate right now, because they said hate is like taking poison and expecting the person to die. It harms you than it harms the person you're hating, and life is just brutal in ways. And it's not like everybody has figured things out, but I kind of envy those who have it a little bit easier. Like, you have to figure out everything, you have to stay alive, you have to survive. Everything is not money, but everything costs money. Even water costs money. Staying alive is so expensive. Everything is so draining. Coming from this kind of background, me not trying to blame anybody for my decisions, for my mistakes, for my life, but it still goes back. If you're planting a seed, that seed will grow out depending on how you've done it. It might not germinate, it might not grow because you made a mistake, you did something wrong. I want to blame my parents so much. I want to blame them because any little thing now I just isolate. And someone called me a psycho one time and said I think everybody hates me. And down the line I started thinking about it, because I actually think everybody hates me. I actually think so. I actually think everybody hates me. Like, I used to have friends that just stopped talking to me all of a sudden. There was a girl that stopped talking to me, and I kept asking her, I kept begging her, like, what did I ever do to you? She would make up lies, she would make up excuses as to why she does not want to be friends with me anymore. These things keep happening over and over, and then I shut out the word. I never want to make friends myself. I never want to even have anything to do with anybody. And recently I just find myself attaching myself to whoever the fuck I can. Anybody that pays a little attention to me, I just attach myself to them. Anybody that shows me a little love, I just and then I still get suspicious. I feel like everybody lives in the hand, and coupled with the whole abandonment issue, my parents also leaving, my dad leaving, a lot of issues. And again, I'm going to commend those who are brave enough to take their life, because I'm not having fun. I'm so tired, I'm so drained all the time. I'm literally on medication right now, and I try to eat well, I try to exercise, I try to do everything right. But most times, I just feel tired, I just feel drained, I just feel unmotivated. I used to love books a lot, I used to love reading, but right now, I don't even like to read. Maybe it's the kind of books I have around me, and the kind of books I had access to then, I don't even know. Because I was barely an adult when I used to read a lot. But now I have bills, I have responsibilities, and all I can think about is how to put food on my table, how to put the roof over my head. I can barely read anything right now. I can barely be productive when I'm in survival mode, when I'm on guard every single time. I'm so drained. I don't know how to relate with people. I'm so tired. Everything in my past, I can't forget about things that have hurt me. I put up this guard coping mechanism so I don't keep getting hurt. I don't ever forget about those things. I don't ever forget. I keep asking myself why. I look around, I don't see any other person going through similar things. When I used to get bullied by that boy, I don't know if I really had friends around. But there was a time I used to get bullied by a boy, and my friends would laugh at me and they would walk away, and I hated everybody. Nobody stood up for me. Now I'm a certified misandrist. I hate men so much, and I can't even find myself making friends with girls too, because some girls, I don't know, I just can't seem to do anything right. There are so many situations like that where nobody ever forgave me for anything, whatever it is that I might have done. But currently I find myself acting that way too, and people just hate me so much. They just feel like I can never forgive anybody. I'm so cold, stone-hearted, I'm so evil, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm not trying to be defensive here. I'm not trying to be, I just don't know, because this is whole coping mechanism that I formed for myself to protect myself. Nobody ever protected me. Nobody ever did anything for me. I just find myself being attracted to the wrong people, getting attracted by people who want to stalk and obsess with me just to hurt my feelings. I don't know. The last relationship problems I had, fine, I was making money then, I was finding my way, and this present one is really telling on me because everything has gone down, and it was really there for me financially, and I feel like he stopped obsessing over me, and there is a reason why I left. There is a reason why I was fighting for my freedom, because you can't tell me I'm not your type. You can't tell me every day, you can't abuse me every day and still expect me to like you. I'm not gonna like you anymore. And I just try to leave, and I just become the villain in everybody's story. At this point, it's not like I care, but I try to do things right most times. It's just like no matter what I do, people would always hate me. People would always, I'm just honestly so tired and drained all the time. I don't know what to do in my life anymore. I'm just so speechless. I'm just so unmotivated. I'm just so drained. I'm just so depressed. I'm so sick. Like, I'm actually physically sick. I break out all the time. I have sores in my body. I'm just tired.